So thank you, Mr. DMC, for coming out here and talking with us. These are some of the teens and tweens from the KHCC.
What's happening, everybody?
Keisha and I are going to share some poems that we wrote in our poetry group. Keisha's poem is about like a very literal graduation, and mine is about more metaphorical graduation.
Oh, okay. I can relate.
I never really learned how to be bad at things. After the failure comes the fall apart. So if I thought I wasn't good at something, I'd stop before I'd even start. I taught myself 8 different fiber crafts, learned a language in my bedroom alone, because no one would be there to see my mistakes. And I'd emerge with the results already honed. I'm trying to step up and out of this mentality, but it's etched itself into my bones. Do it right the first time or don't do it at all. Show the sharpened sword and not the whetstone. But yesterday I made terrible pasta. It was awful and wonderful in the same bite. It tasted like dirt, but I ate it anyway, chewing rubbery noodles out of self-spite. So tomorrow I might cry over bad stitches. I might fall apart at the sight of visceral flaws. But I made it bad pasta and I ate it smiling, without listing all of my culinary faux pas.
I'm graduating into success, leaving behind the fake friends, the envy, the despair, and blooming into something new. Who would have thought I would make it this far? Staying up late to complete homework, sending out emails past 12, making coffee to keep myself awake. I thought it was pointless. I would try so hard for something out of my reach. The way my eyes brighten with joy when I receive my grades, my palms sweaty, fingers stiff from writing essays, my chocolate cheeks slightly red from receiving compliments. I burst with held back energy I keep stored for times like these. When I finally graduate, I will understand how those graduates felt when walking across that stage. It's like your celebrity who is finally getting the appreciation and respect that you deserve. Thinking about it has me visualizing. How would I look? My hair down and parted down the middle so I can properly wear my cap. My gown zipped down with the wind blowing right through it with a hint of vanilla. My knees slightly shaking, my heart pounding, my fist clenching with the biggest smile on my face. Shaking the hands of my principal with my right and diploma in my left. Take up with the pictures and seeing my family in the crowd and my mom with tears in her eyes thinking, that's my baby. Walking down those steps and towards the exit with a white light peeking through the hinges. This is where I started and where I'm gonna end it. College, here I come.
My first rhyme was on DMC and a place to be. I go to St. John's University. And since kindergarten, I acquired the knowledge. After 12th grade, I went straight to college. Kumo D from the Churches 3 in the Bronx, he said this rhyme: evil destruction, tax deduction, price inflation rocks the nation and unemployment is on the rise. It's hard to find a compromise, but if it lasts like this for long enough, time won't lead to nothing but a higher level of crime. And then they went into this whole spiel about what it was like growing up on the streets of the Bronx. And then when it came time for him to do his solo rhyme, he said this rhyme. It said, once a nobody from the neighborhood, I took a hop to the top because I knew that I would excel over the rest because I make progress. I don't consider it luck because I'm not blessed. He said, I got my life all together, love the way that I live. Go to school, know I'm cool and I think positive. And I was like, yo, let me pull that back. This dude was just saying that it's cool to go to school. So don't look at school as something that's put in young people's lives to make you miserable. It's not about the actual lessons that you learn out of the textbook or the workbook. So what they wasn't telling me in the history book, I would just put on KRS-One. Because he was a young person telling me about those things that they wasn't telling me. Hip hop didn't just create rappers. It created educators and scientists and playwrights and directors. We had a lot of rap records that talked about violence. But the difference was, if we told a story about violence, the very next record was, you don't have to do the violence because there's other opportunities for you. When we was coming up, they used to tell me, Running Jam Master Jay, when something stupid was about to go down, before guns came out and before fights started, they would say, me, Running Jay, yo, y'all don't need to be up here, y'all need to go home because y'all going somewhere. You put the right team around you, all your dreams come true because there's people put on this earth to get you where you're supposed to go. I ran in the run. He put me in a group. We changed the world. We changed the relationship of black people and white people with something that no government could ever do. Where the reason why sneakers are so cool, they say, we didn't start it, but they say sneaker culture started when we made my Adidas. My thing just happened to come through the creativity. I never wanted to be in show business. I'm a shy little kid that just want to sit in my room and read comic books. Who knows what an adjective is?
It's something that describes a person, place, or thing.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Define yourself with an adjective that's powerful and productive. And then put your name behind after that and then tell the world who you are. If I say the amazing, you'll say
Spider-Man.
So as I sit here before y'all, I'm just normal, everyday Daryl Matthews McDaniels from Queens. But when I step to that stage and get on that microphone, DMC becomes the devastating mic controller. D's for doing it all of the time. M for the rhymes, that are all mine. C's for cool as can be. Why you wear those contacts? So I can see. And that's what hip hop is. Find out who you are first, and that'll get you everything that you want.